It's interesting to me that within the major religious traditions, you find it in Islam, you find it in Judaism, and you find it within Christianity. There's a division between those who interpret the faith and its teachings in a fideistic way and those who don't. By fideistic, I mean a way that supposes that the important truths about human life, most especially the moral truths, can really only be known by God's revealing them to us, whether it's in Scripture or through some authoritative source or another. The fideistic traditions within the larger traditions of faith tend to, more than tend to, they do, place a very low value on reason and are often suspicious of reason. They see reason or rational inquiry as tending to corrupt the faith. Within Christianity, a modern thinker who I happen to admire on other grounds, but I don't admire this part of his thinking, but he represents that fideistic approach, is Carl F.H. Henry, the late Carl F.H. Henry. Henry famously criticized the whole idea of natural law and was worried that it would corrupt Christian teaching and take us away from the only sure and reliable source of knowledge, the Bible. Those who do not embrace fideism in any of these traditions believe that there's a harmony between faith and reason. Within Christianity, that has been the Catholic position. Not that all Protestants are fideists like Carl F.H. Henry. Plenty are not fideists and believe in the harmony of faith and reason. But some, like Henry, are fideists. But within Catholicism, the official doctrine is against fideism. The official doctrine is that faith and reason are harmonious and both are needed. This was articulated most fully, and I think beautifully, in an actual encyclical letter, an exercise of what Catholics call the magisterium, the teaching authority of the Pope and the bishops, in an encyclical letter called Fides et Ratio, Faith and Reason. And in the very first sentence of the encyclical, the Pope says, this is Pope John Paul II, known to us as John Paul the Great, now Saint John Paul the Great. He says that faith and reason are like two wings on which the human spirit ascends to contemplation of the truth. You need them both. They don't work against each other, they work in harmony. They're not exactly the same thing, but they are both necessary. They cooperate. They are parts of an overall truth-seeking apparatus in our minds by which we come to know the truth. As you know, I grew up in the hills of West Virginia, so I did a bit of fishing and hunting when I was a boy. And occasionally, in hunting, you would wing but not kill, say a ruffed grouse or a pheasant or a bird. And if you damaged one wing, no matter how good the other wing was, you'd see that bird on the ground trying to get off the ground, trying to escape, and it'd be flapping that good wing really, really, really hard. No matter how hard it flapped, though, it wouldn't get off the ground. In fact, the harder it flapped, the more it would just go in a circle on the ground because it takes both wings. And I think that that's true. Here I'm being very good Catholic, I guess. But again, it's not just Catholics. Protestants, in many cases, believe it too, that we need both faith and reason. They're not enemies. Quite the contrary. We have nothing to fear from reason.